My mic is muted. What's going on? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that is how you win a damn basketball game. Woo! That's 8 straight wins for your New York Knickerbockers, man. 8 straight W's in a thriller versus the Denver Nuggets in Madison Square Garden. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate the members in here as always. That was a thrilling win for your New York Knickerbockers, man. Appreciate you guys joining in. We are just getting started on this Knicks Nation postgame. Wow. What a win, man. Back to back, right? Double overtime. Even though it shouldn't have been double overtime, the Knicks won this game twice, by the way. A straight up thriller in the Garden, guys. I mean, this was one of those nights where you sit back and you're like, yeah, this is why we love basketball. Right? This is why the Garden is different. The Knicks just won their 8th straight game, ladies and gentlemen. Another bomb for that. And they did it against the Denver Nuggets in a game they honestly, again, they should have won this at the end of the first overtime. But, brutal call by the referees. Mikal Bridges, I don't know what you're doing there, but I thought that was an absolute awful call. Didn't matter. This team wasn't going away, right? And we got to start with Jalen Brunson, our captain, Jalen Brunson, guys. This was Jalen Brunson's best game of the season, no question. No question. A complete master class from Jalen Brunson on a back-to-back. This felt like playoff Brunson. Playoff Brunson is activated. I mean, the goosebumps I got from watching this man tonight, a masterclass from him. Calm, surgical, fearless, of course. Right? When the game got longer, he got better. Right? He only had 9 points in the first half. Right? Playoff Jalen Brunson activated. Bunch of game balls to go around tonight. Mitchell Robinson. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. The defense that Mitchell Robinson was playing on the Joker, right? On Murray. Mitchell Robinson comes in, does his job. Effortless. Mitchell Robinson was absolutely incredible today. And look, this was the first game of the juggernaut 3-game stretch that the Knicks have, right? Now you're 1-0. You got the Nuggets, you got the Pistons, you got the Celtics, right? Where everyone wanted to see, can this Knicks team hang with elite competition, right? Well, there's your answer. They didn't just hang, man. They delivered, guys. They delivered, right? Denver, by the way, the Knicks have the number, by the way. They're in their last 7 games against the Nuggets were 6-1 against the Nuggets, by the way. So West Coast team, different, style of play that they play. Well, we're 6-1. We kind of have their number, right? We kind of have their number. And to think, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I missed the first half in this basketball game because I had, my daughter had a play that I had to go to. And, of course, I'm definitely not missing that. So I came back to the second half of this game, and I'm like, okay, let's strap in. And then it goes to the first overtime, then the second overtime. So in the first half, if I missed anything, please catch me up. But obviously, what happened in the second half and double overtime is what we're going to mainly talk about today. But, I'm just glad I caught that ending because this was one of this was a good win, man. This is a really good win for this team. Really good win for this team, right? Man, appreciate you guys in the chat. We are just getting started here. Let's take a look at this box score. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. You guys are absolutely incredible. Once again, shout out to the members in here. Wayne, El Figgy, Jose, Joel, defensive player, Mitch. Yo, Mitchell Robinson was locking down Jokic. There was a play, I wrote it down here in my notes, right? It was the fourth quarter, right, where Mike Brown did a defensive switch from Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson literally comes in, gets a stop, then gets subbed out. I mean, I'm just like, this man is incredible. He's just having an amazing season, man. And the price just keeps going up, by the way. But I mean, he is so valuable to what we're trying to do here. And look, OG Anunoby was phenomenal. Landry Shamet defense on Murray there in the end was phenomenal. Guys, this was a back-to-back double overtime, guys. Right? If you take a look at this box score, you see the minutes. The guys wanted this one. The guys wanted this one. They freaking play their ass off. Play their ass off in overtime, in the double overtimes, man. Karl-Anthony Towns fouls out, 24 points, 12 rebounds. I actually thought he played really well. Karl-Anthony Towns fouls out there, bloody. I saw the bloody picture again. I saw the bloody picture in the first half. I was on my phone trying to watch the game at the same time, but I saw the bloody picture. Hopefully Cat is okay. Right, Clarkson gets the start, drops 11 off the bench, doesn't really play in the overtimes. Didn't play in the overtimes, right? Jalen Brunson, best game of the season by far. Reminded me of, the game versus Miami Heat in the playoffs, where our backs were up against the wall, and Jalen Brunson just saved our season a couple of years ago. And just a masterclass performance from our captain, man. 42 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, right? And in the fourth quarter, Knicks had 2 timeouts in the fourth quarter. He waves off Mike Brown, decides not to call him. I didn't mind that shot at all. Look, he's clutch player of the year. I didn't mind that step back shot at all from Jalen Brunson. If he shoots it again, it's probably going in, right? So I didn't mind that shot at all. Plays absolutely incredible in the overtimes, and he damn near gives you a triple dub in overtime. And shout out to Big Mitch, 10 points, 8 rebounds, just defensive player of the game, I thought. For Big Mitch. I mean, he was a wall. A wall, guys. A stone wall. That's what Mitch was. A stone wall. Nobody could get past him. Nobody. He's incredible, man. He's incredible. And not even the stop on Jokic, the stop on Murray, where he's sitting there clapping to Murray, telling him to, come on, sir. What you gonna do? You not gonna do nothing. Does it in 23 freaking minutes. Wall. You are not getting past him. Wall. That defense just gets me hype. I don't know about you guys, but when I see defensive possessions like that, I'm just like a whole nother person, man. I'm jumping out my chair and I'm like, let's freaking go. Come on, man. And obviously it's a team effort thing. The Knicks obviously went to double overtime, 127 for Denver, but they really had no offense in the overtimes. None. Dead legs, whatever it was, they had no offense, and most of that is because the New York Knicks were on their ass, man. On their ass, defending their ass off in the overtimes, even though it was a back-to-back game. Right? Best. Oh, man, this will feel good. And then it's 8 straight now. And you're looking at this Knicks team. Trading deadline is tomorrow, by the way. Newsflash. Knicks haven't made any trades. And I don't think they are. Maybe it's a small trade here or there. Obviously, we'll go live tomorrow and talk about that. But I just want to relish in this win right now because the Knicks are playing really good basketball right now. The Nuggets, pretty much the same record as the New York Knicks, and they're out west. They are a really good team. Yes, they're out some guys. We're out some guys. Both teams are on a back-to-back with travel. So tip the ball up and let's go. The New York Knicks just showed that, they're back, ladies and gentlemen. They're back. They're back. Salute to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys in the chat. El Figgy says, bravo, Mitch. Well-deserved. Buzzer beater. What's going on, buzzer beater? What's going on? Wayne says, Mitch yoked the yoker tonight. Let's go. Mitch beast mode. Let's go, man. Beast mode for Mitch. Thumbs up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Blow the horn. Eddie says, all you missed in the first half was awful shooting by Bridges. Notice how I haven't mentioned Mikal because I'm just happy right now, man. And look, to be fair, that whatever, I don't understand how you call that loose ball foul on Mikal Bridges was an absolute terrible call. But Mikal Bridges, what the hell are you doing there? You're face guarding the player. You're not even looking at the basketball. You're just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you guys know my Mikal is just, I don't know. And then he makes a big block, right? That's the thing about Mikal. He could be a no-show in the game, right? The entirety of the game. And then he comes up with a big defensive block, right? And then you're like, oh, there he is. Thank you. Thanks for joining the party. Thanks for joining the party. Man. Oh, man. Mac Jean. So we're not going to get into no update on Deuce. No update on Deuce McBride yet. Wayne says, Cat's playing with some fire again. Yes, man. Karl Anthony Towns has been playing really well for the New York Knicks. And look, the Denver Nuggets were clearly hunting him in terms of fouls. And they were clearly hunting him, and it worked. Look, he fouled out in overtime, so you're sitting there like, okay, I mean, you live with that. But Cat, 24 and 12, another double-double from Big Cat, and he honestly has success against Joker. We all know the series a couple of years back when he played really good defense on Jokic, and he has success against this team. And 9 to 13, super efficient game from Big Cat. And he has turned the corner here, right? He has. He's playing with confidence. He's playing. Look, he got his scoring up today. His rebounding has always been elite this season. But I like what I'm seeing from him. It looks different out there. It looks like he's playing with more intensity. It looks like he's playing a team game, right? It looks like he's starting to buy in a little bit. Maybe he got the word like, look, you're not getting traded, man. You're going to be a Knick. You're going to be a Knick past the 3 p.m. deadline. This is the team we're rocking with, right? This is the team we're rocking with. So, once again, big win. Big win. Let's get to this super chat, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you with the super chat. Brother BKL Sport Entertainment Show. Hold on, gotta get the air horn. Who cares for Bridges? Who cares about that game? Sheesh, I'm exhausted. Damn, now that's 8 in a row. Crap. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I was trying to avoid him. Look, I'm feeling good, man. It's a team game. It's a team game, right? Once again, appreciate the support. Shout out to you. 8 straight. What a 180. I mean, from the beginning of January, mid-January, we're sitting here like writing off the New York Knicks. They can't win anything. And look, this is why you take the adversity, you see how the New York Knicks overcome it, and boy, have they overcome it. They've answered the bell by winning 8 straight basketball games, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe last year we won 9. So, right? 9 was our winning streak last year, if I'm not mistaken. So we've almost matched that. It gets tough this weekend. Look, we'll preview the game. It gets tough this weekend. Denver, Celtics, right? But the way this Knicks team is playing currently, I have tons of confidence going into this weekend, right? I have tons of confidence in this team. They are playing really well. Obviously, we need to know the update on Josh Hart. Hopefully he's okay. Deuce McBride, no update on him. That seems to be in limbo. I mean, we'll see if the Knicks make a trade tomorrow, right? Bunch of Yabusele talk, but it's like, what can you get for him, right? You would have to, I mean, you're seeing these trades around the NBA. Cleveland trading Lonzo Ball. They had to trade 2 second-round picks just to get off his contract. And he is essentially an expiring contract, right? So are you gonna have to give more than that? Right? You don't want to make a problem out of a problem, right? You don't want to trade draft picks just to get off of somebody, but we'll see. Tendril, what's going on? Says big win. Coach Sierra, what's going on, Coach? Says another day. What's going on? Keith says, and ever since that Brunson meeting, Knicks been on track. Our captain, man, has stepped the hell up, man. Has stepped up. El Figgy says, got to give Diwara credit for playing after that ankle scare to be young again. Yeah, again, I didn't watch the first half. The second half is when I got home and I started watching the game, obviously. But Diwara, after the ankle scare yesterday, he's being carried off the floor. he goes on the floor. He's being carried off the floor. And you're sitting there like, man, he's going to be out like 2-3 weeks. This sucks. And then he comes back today like nothing happened. To be young again. To be a 20-year-old again. To be 20 years old again. And he was effective. 14 minutes, 5 points. Does his job. For a rookie 20-year-old to pick up the offensive system like he has picked up, rather than like a Yabusele who is responding to comments on Instagram talking about that Mike Brown hasn't implemented the system to fit around Yabusele's game, and he's responding like, I'll post a screenshot in a second, but I'm like, come on, bro, what are you doing? He's blaming everyone else but himself. But I got Diwara stepping in here and playing phenomenal within this system, right? So, and he's a rookie, and he's 20, and he's leapfrogged you in the rotation. We got a young one, ladies and gentlemen. We got a young one. This is not Daddy A. This is not Pack Home Daddy. I know a lot of Knicks fans yesterday. I think it was Dis Rover, if you're still in here, said that we were saying the same thing for Pack Home Daddy A last year. Muhammad Diwara is not him, right? He is going to be a really good player in the NBA. I don't know if it's next year. I don't know if it's 2 years, but the development has started. It started in the summer. We saw flashes in the summer, and now he is in the rotation, and I don't think you could take him out. I don't think he could take him out the rotation, right? He was in and out the rotation in January. He had a big game in New Orleans, career night. Yes, he hit a wall a little bit, but that happens. He hit a rookie wall. That happens. You cannot take this man out the rotation now. Like, he's here to stay, right? Kolek comes in 13 minutes. He got his pockets picked a little bit today. Bruce Brown got him. Jamal Murray got him. So 4 assists, you love that. 1 rebound for Tyler Kolek. I saw a comment earlier saying that the New York Knicks need another guard, a backup guard. Look, we will get into all of that. Look, the buyout market is going to be where I think the New York Knicks get someone, but there's a caveat to that. The New York Knicks are a first apron team. They cannot sign anyone that is currently being paid over the mid-level exception if they get bought out. And they cannot sign a player until April 2nd unless they shed some salary by tomorrow. I know it's a lot of language. The CBA, there's like so much language, so it's so confusing to me. But the New York Knicks essentially have to shed some salary tomorrow to even go in the buyout market and get someone. Right? Like Lonzo Ball just got traded to, I think, Utah, and then they're talking about him buying him out. But again, that will be all in the stream tomorrow. I just want to, continue, relishing on this win because it's 8 straight now. And look, the competition in 2 weeks ago wasn't great. You beat up on the Nets, beat up on the Wizards, Kings, and we're like, okay, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But now you've racked up some solid wins here, man. You beat the Nuggets, right? The Raptors is a really good win for this team. So the test is this weekend, and I'm excited, and I'm confident, guys. I'm confident going into this weekend. I am. Right? I'm not scared. I'm not scared. The way Brunson played tonight, man, if he plays like 42, 8, and 9, killer mentality, 5 and 12, he's feeling it when he comes down the court and just pulls up a 3 and just hits it in your face. I'm just like, oh my God, JB. Jalen Brunson, once again, appreciate you guys in the chat, man. Big win, 134 to 127. You New York Knicks have won 8 straight games. I'm a happy camper, guys. CJ says Diwara played better than Bridges today. Look, Mikal Bridges goes through these lows. Like, he goes through these funks. Like, the game versus Washington, he was really good, right? The game, prior to that, he was okay. Right? The game in Toronto, he was amazing. Tonight, it's like he's just out there doing cardio at times. But, of course, defensively, he's very important to what we're trying to do, Mikal. So Mike Brown's not going to take him out because clearly the defense has stopped the block at the end. I think that was the end of the first overtime, if I'm not mistaken. The block, right? The dumb foul that he did. They called it. I don't understand why they called it, though. Look, we're back. We're back. I just don't want to go down to the Mikal thing right now. Like, I'm just focused on the eight straight wins, man, because I can go down a whole rabbit hole. I can go down a whole rabbit hole with Mikal, man. And it's frustrating. It is. But look, he's on our team. He's going to be on our team tomorrow, I think. Maybe after tomorrow he gets out of this little funk. Yes, Joel, he goes through these funks way too much. Way too much he goes through these funks. He's a fascinating player. Fascinating player. Like, the body language too. We remember last year when where I brought up the body language? The body language is just like, you look at him, he's just like, I don't know. Again, 8 straight wins. 8 straight wins, but this is Mikal. This has been Mikal. Like, this is the second year, right? This has been him. Great game a couple of days ago. Great game in Washington. Today, not so much. And sometimes it's not your game. I get it. Sometimes it's just not your game. And it's just not your night. Right? Landry Shamet, ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful and I am thankful that we have Landry Shamet. The blitzing, the Denver double blitzing tonight on Jalen Brunson, I thought was a terrible decision by their head coach. The Knicks handled it beautifully. They double blitzed Brunson. He made a beautiful slip pass to Shamet. And then they would just find Shamet in the corner. Every time. Every time. They had to combat for the double blitzing. They had an answer for it every time. So I thought Denver doing that was a terrible decision by them. Hey, cool. But Landry Shamet is on this team now. 16 points, 4 of 10. He's making his open threes. He's playing great defense. He did play better than Mikal today. And there has been times where he has played better than Mikal. And that's a crazy thing to say. But Shamet just fits in perfectly in this system. in Mike Brown's system, right? Yeah, Disrover. I have no clue why teams keep leaving Landry Shamet open. No clue. Again, they tried double blitzing Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Brunson every time was like, okay, you're going to blitz me and double team me. I'm going to pass it, whether it's to OG and OB or Mikal Bridges, and Mikal's going to swing it to Landry, and it's a bucket. Like, if you're going to keep leaving Landry Shamet open, okay, I mean, I'll take that. An open three is the best type of three you want. And Shamet is just knocking these things down. Right? Knicks, 36% from three today. 18 of 50. 4 from Landry. 5 from Jalen. 4 from OG Anunoby. Right? Another great team win, man. It's not like this Knicks team is like scraping by. You know, they're playing really well as a unit, man. Defensively, they have changed up their system, their style, right? They've changed up some schemes, and it has worked. It has worked for them, right? And I want to shout out Jordan Clarkson. Doesn't play out of the rotation. He starts today and gives you 11 points and hits a three, right? Most of that was in the first half, but still, I don't know if he's going to be on the team tomorrow. Again, Knicks have to shed some salary. But again, if you want to be a championship team, I think you need, like, even though Jordan Clarkson is not going to be in the rotation from here on out when everyone's healthy, I think you kind of need Jordan Clarkson still, just in case of an emergency and a pinch. You want a Jordan Clarkson on your bench, and we don't even know the Deuce McBride injury, this situation. I don't know the severity of that injury. I don't know what's going on with that. So, 8 straight wins, man. We're back. Are we back? Are we back? We're back until Friday. If we boy, I want to freaking demolish the Pistons, man. I want to demolish the Pistons on Friday. Man, I want that win so bad. I want that win so bad on Friday, guys. I do. You know, they made a couple trades. They're feeling good about themselves. They're number one in the East, right? I want that win so bad on Friday, and I cannot wait for it. Let's hit some of your comments. Once again, thank you for giving me your time on this Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. And shout out to the members as well. Thanks for the support, as always. Really appreciate you guys in the chat. Coach here says Shamet is a better compliment to Brunson than Josh Hart. I could see your thinking behind that, but Josh Hart just is, obviously he's important to what we're trying to do as well. Coach here, he's a major contributor to this basketball team. Hart and Brunson complement each other well. That's why when Josh Hart is in the starting lineup, the Knicks have I think it's like 20 and 9 or something like that. It may be more than that, but Shamet just seems like he fits with anyone, right? Shamet just seemed like anytime you have a three-point shooter that you can run off curls, you can run off picks, and not only he's more than just a three-point shooter. I just don't want to keep saying that he's a three-point shooter. He's a good cutter, right? He's a physical defender. It's like things that we miss. Shamet has, right? So he compliments everyone well. Source says no, we are not back. Tenjo says Knicks are back. We're back, man. Mac Jean says no, we ain't back until we get Giannis. Mac, we ain't getting Giannis. At least not now. We're not getting him. El Figure says the ones that cared left it all on the court tonight. If you want to be a Knick, then show up. Yeah. Tonight was a game where you're like, okay, they care, and I can start to feel good about this team again, right? Because after the Wizards game, you guys know I was like, oh, hey, like, I don't know. Like, just the Wizards. I know they won 7 straight. But tonight was like, okay, like, I'm starting to get there again with this team. Like, it's like, yes, they went through some adversity. Yes, it happens in a 82 game season, right? But tonight was a really feel good win. Really good game in the Garden. Really good atmosphere. The Denver Nuggets, they're a marquee matchup. One of the best teams in the West. Right? One of the best teams in the West. Right? And look, the Nuggets you beat. The Spurs you beat. You got a 19-point lead in San Antonio. You should have beat them in San Antonio too. So we got to look at these matchups in the West too and judge the Knicks. And they fared pretty well. Lakers, they fared pretty well against these West teams. Yes, you can be like, yeah, they lost to Sacramento, and what are we talking about? I know Brunson got hurt early in the game. But they play well against these West teams. That means something. You could look at that and feel even more confident with this unit. Like, okay, like if we get matched up with one of these teams in the finals, I'm confident. Castro says Shamet has better defense than Mikal Bridges. Everyone's coming from Mikal Bridges today. Shamet plays physical defense. Mikal doesn't play physical defense. But lately, Mikal Bridges has been playing better defensively, physical defense, because he's been up on his defender from like guarding the 3-point line. Like Mikal Bridges has been press, right? And lately he's been better. Mikal today, look, I can go many ways with Mikal. I mean, we know like he's hot and cold, but I just think that, man, I just can't believe Shamet didn't play last year in the playoffs, man. It's just baffling. Baffling decision. Baffling. Baffling decision, man. Baffling decision. All right, so few things that stood out to me today that I wrote down in my handy-dandy notebook. The Karl Anthony Towns putback with I think it was like 3 minutes left off an OG miss. Huge, right? These are notes that I wrote down. Absolutely huge. So, aggressive on the boards. Cat, I thought, played a really good game. The fourth quarter, the Jalen Brunson 3, I think it was the fourth quarter, with 140 left. I didn't love that shot. Then after that he got caught in the corner next to Mike Brown. Had to kind of throw Mikal Bridges a grenade. And it was like Brunson kind of forced that a little bit, but he played a phenomenal game, of course. That's basketball, right? Mitchell Robinson comes in for Towns with about a minute left, locks up Jokic, then exits the game. And I'm like, bro, he literally just came in, did his job, went back to the bench. Literally, he did what he was asked. Then Cat fouls out. Mitch, they try to get the switch with Mitchell Robinson, with Murray, and it didn't matter. I mean, you saw Mitchell Robinson, when he's playing defense like that, right? When Mitchell Robinson's playing defense like that, I'm sorry, the New York Knicks are extremely tough to beat when he's on a court, right? So, just going through my notes again. I didn't hate the Jalen Brunson shot at the end of the fourth quarter. Didn't hate it at all. You had 2 timeouts. Told Mike Brown not to call it. Overtime, Knicks did an excellent job countering the Denver doubles like we talked about. Finding Shamet in the corners. Mitch switching on to Murray. Didn't matter. Locking him up. Grit. Heart. Knicks basketball, baby. 8 straight. 8 straight. 8 straight. So that's my little notes from the game, from what I really wanted to talk about. They're 6-1 against the Nuggets in their last 7. They delivered, man. They delivered a hell of a performance, right? Let's go, man. Let's go win. Let's go win on Friday, man. Let's go 9 in a row. 9 in a row. Pacer Stink says, who cares if it was 5 OTs? Mikal was awful tonight, and he played the most minutes on the team tonight. Playing Mikal 48 minutes is unacceptable. Castro says, imagine the timeline in an alternate universe if we had Shamet last year in the playoffs. Bruh. Shamet gets over screens, but Bridges is good at helping defense. Yes. Shamet is a fighter. The reason why he hurt his shoulder was fighting over his screen in Orlando. Fighting over his screen, he hurt his shoulder. Like he's just a more of a physical defender. Right? He fits New York. He fits us so perfectly. So perfectly. And to think that like they sign Clarkson, Yabusele, the real signing was Shamet. It was bringing back Shamet all along. Right? It was all along bringing back Shamet. I'm just happy he's back. Mike Brown loves him, clearly. I love him. You love him. We all love him. Oh, man. Joel, what's going on? He says, Bridges, 30 points. Brunson, 10 assists. OG locks up Cade. Mitch locks up Duran. Should be a win. Wayne says, it's not always about scoring as long as you're contributing in some way to the team. Exactly. It's a team sport. It's a team sport. But, you know, look, as long as Mikal Bridges is going to be a New York Knick with the 5 first-round picks traded for him, if he has games like tonight, you got to call him out, right? He has to be more consistent. He's just too inconsistent. And that's been my main issue with this Knicks team in January. They're just too inconsistent. Like, you don't know on any given night what you're going to get. And look, he's Iron Man, right? He plays every night. You don't know what he's going through. If he's hurt, if he's ailing, he doesn't want to miss games. So it's not like we know of an injury, or if he has an injury, he's never hurt. Maybe he takes the All-Star break. Maybe, after that he can recharge a little bit and be more consistent, but it's the inconsistencies. Even with Cat, I talked about the inconsistencies, but he's starting to be more consistent. Jalen, you know what you're going to get, right? Are there a couple of games where you wish Jalen Brunson would pass the ball more and have like 8, 9, 10 assists? Is he more than capable of doing that? Yes. Yes. Hell yes. And when he's doing that, I think the Knicks are even tougher to beat. OG is a dog, right? I think he's. I want OG to kind of be a Knick for his entire career. Now, like I just love watching him play. He's starting to get his shot back. Defensively, he's on point. He should be considered for an all-defensive team at the end of the season. If he's not, it's a crime. There's a reason why he's touted in the NBA. Hart, you know what you're going to get. So, but 8 straight. 8 straight. Now we got to worry about Deuce. Right? Mr. Eno says the New York Knicks have won. What's going on, Mr. Eno? Appreciate you in the chat. Yes. 8 straight, by the way. 8 straight. Would be nice to keep the streak till the All-Star game. Yes, Joel. That would be insane. That would be insane if we kept the streak to the All-Star game. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Make sure you hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. It really helps out the algorithm. I think YouTube has a new hype button as well. I don't know where you access that, but I just appreciate the support no matter where you give it to me. You guys can hit the Discord. I see Yuri waiting in the Discord. The link is pinned up in the description. Here are the updated standings. So that is a beautiful sight to see. 8 straight, right? Let me zoom in on this thing. Eight straight. 33-18. 5 games behind the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons 8-2 in their last 10. The Knicks 8-2 in their last 10. Right? Mr. Eno with the super chat. Again, you're awesome. You're amazing. He says, what about Giannis's younger brother? I don't think Giannis is going to get traded tomorrow. I don't. Windhorse is talking about maybe Minnesota and the Heat. They're starting to up their offers. It'd be interesting if Minnesota gets him. If Minnesota gets him, keep him out west. I'm cool with that, right? Keep him out west. Get him out the east. I'm okay with that. Whatever. But I don't know if he gets traded. But appreciate the super chat, man. Thanks for the support as always, brother. Boston. The big test is this weekend, right? You got the Detroit Pistons on Friday night. Then you got the Boston Celtics on Super Bowl Sunday. Sunday at 12:30. That is what everyone is going to be watching, right? All eyes are on this weekend, right? The juggernaut 3-game stretch, the back-to-back versus Denver. Check. You travel to Detroit tomorrow. You got them on Friday night in Detroit. Right? In Detroit. I need some revenge. They kicked their ass earlier in the season. Right? They were upset, pissed off, as they should be, because we beat them last year. They're going to be the team that should be. It should be Knicks, Pistons, Eastern Conference Finals. Should be. Anything is possible in the playoffs, though. The Pistons can get knocked off. The Cavs can get knocked off. So we'll see. But for a Friday night game, going into Detroit, winning 8 straight, let's keep up the momentum. Let's see what Leon Rose does tomorrow. I believe if he tries to acquire a guard or something of that sort, then that doesn't spell well for Deuce McBride's injury. No information regarding Deuce McBride injuries yet, and that's kind of scaring me. Again, he is getting multiple opinions on his ankle. Anytime you get multiple opinions, I don't like that. That means he didn't like the first opinion, so he's going to get another opinion. And he's just been out, right? I've been trying to pull up the footage to see where he got hurt, how he got hurt. I don't know, but that scares me. We need Deuce. Then you got at Boston at 12:30. Both teams have made moves prior to the trade deadline. And, of course, at Cleveland on February 22nd, they got James Harden. We'll see how that unfolds out in Cleveland. They had to shake it up, though. Softland, right? Softland. Food. They had to shake it up. But you got Detroit 2 times in the next 2 weeks. You got them on the 6th on Friday, then the 19th in the Garden on Thursday, right? Leslie says, great, hell of a win. What's going on, Leslie? From X. Appreciate you in the chat, Leslie. Elfie says, trust in Leon. He knows Deuce's prognosis. Yeah. I saw Leon Rose working the phones, too. At the game. Picking up his phone, walking down the tunnel, picking up his phone. It's a busy season. Mac Jean says it's going to be a very physical game on Friday. Yes, it is. Can't let Jaylen Brown going around thinking he's somebody. Yeah, but he is playing a really good year. He is having a really good year for them. Like an MVP type season for them. Right? You got to tip your cap to him. We all know his comments at the end of the Knicks series. And even in the summer. But yeah, I mean, he's playing really well. CJ says we need PJ Tucker for the Detroit game. We do. We need PJ Tucker to knock someone on their ass, right? We'll see who the Knicks get tomorrow, or if they don't do a damn thing. Right? Who won Defensive Player of the Game? Let me check my timeline. 8 straight, ladies and gentlemen. Was it Mitch? I would give it a Mitch. It hasn't come out yet. Mikal Bridges did hit a big 3 in double overtime, too. Just want to point that out. You know, I know everyone's like, I'm ragging on him and stuff. I just want to point out that big 3. Cat with the freaking bandage over his eye. Bleeding. That was a scary sight, right? Bleeding all over his jersey. They cleaned that up really quick. Man, this team, man. Freaking love this team. Shamet, get some highlights going. Shamet, corner 3. Always. Keep leaving him open. Keep leaving him open. He's gonna kill. He's gonna hurt you every time. Every time. Trying to see if we can get some quotes, some video. This is from Brunson Muse. Only guards with 30 plus games with 40 plus points since 2022. Luka Doncic, SGA, and Jalen Brunson. He's him, man. He's him. Like, there's been many times this year, and I don't mean to do it, where I just gloss over his greatness because it's expected, right? Like, we expect that from Jalen Brunson, right? And I'm sure on, like, Lakers Nation YouTube or OKC on YouTube, I'm sure they do the same. But honestly, he played an absolute amazing game tonight. And there would be no greatness without Jalen Brunson. Like, we wouldn't be experiencing what we have been experiencing in these last few years without number 11, without Jalen Brunson. Which is why when people say I would trade Brunson instead of Cat for Giannis, I'm just like, bruh. Jalen Brunson is the Knicks. Like, he is the Knicks. Point blank. Came here in 2022. Nobody expected this. Nobody expected this. He's been awesome. Now, we'll see if he can win a championship. We'll see if he can be the guy to win a championship for the first time since 1973. Right? That's what's left. There's playoff big games. There's beautiful playoff moments. Right? But now it's about hoisting that trophy. But there isn't this greatness of the Knicks in the last 3 years without Jalen Brunson at all. He's him. Rasul, salute to the chat. Mr. Eno says you build around Brunson. He's gonna do it. I think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna bring a championship to the city, man. I really do. I really do. Johnson says, will Josh play on Friday? He was questionable today. Then he was ruled out. We saw him on the bench. So he came to the game. I think he knows the magnitude of Friday's game, even though it's a regular season game. I would give him a good chance of playing on Friday. I would. He's had today off. He'll have tomorrow off. And then hopefully he can get back out there on Friday. You know, I was shocked when Muhammad Diwara was active. I was like, man, they carried him off the court. And then he's going to play today? El Figgy says should be big country. For the defensive player of the game. Should be. Wayne says Brunson is the first untouchable Knick and OG is second. That is why when it started to float out there that the Bucks want OG as well. I can't do that, man. You're depleting your team, right? You're depleting our team for a great player, but it will be an easier trade for the Knicks to make in the summer. Obviously, we have to see, but you know, after tomorrow, my focus is on hoisting the 2026 trophy. I'm not thinking of Giannis after tomorrow. Even today, because I know the Knicks aren't trading for him tomorrow. I know that. They are not trading for him. So my focus now is, okay, What does the front office do in the next less than 24 hours? Do they improve the bench? Do they call Chicago? Do they get Ayo Dosunmu, which I really like? Do they trade Yabusele? Again, they have to shed some salary in order to sign a guy on the buyout market. And they cannot sign a guy in the buyout market until April 2nd because they are in the first apron. Anyone else can sign a guy in the buyout market once they clear waivers prior to April 2nd. So unless you get like a wink handshake, sit out for a month, we'll sign you in April from, let's say, Alonzo Ball. I don't think that's happening. So I think the Knicks have to shed some salary. Where they shed that salary is to be determined. You have Gershon Yabusele, his contract, the $6 million player option is going to be a holdup in any negotiation. Teams are not going to want to take on that player option next year. We're already hearing teams deny the Knicks because of it. Pacome Daddier. Do you trade him to, like, I don't know, Utah to open up some salary, right? For nothing, right? Maybe for cash or a second round pick, right? I don't think you can even get a second round pick for Pacome. So we'll see if the Knicks do something in the next 24 hours. Again, catch me live on the Knicks Nation channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I'll be live during the day, covering it all. Joseph says Bridges needs to be traded. They coming for Bridges today. Source says Alvarado and Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy, no. But, man, Trey Murphy would look good in orange and blue, right? He would look good. But Alvarado, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see. If they trade for Alvarado, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Look, he's a smaller guard as well. Brings that edge that you kind of are missing. Gets into a fight every now and then. I like that. Is he a perfect player? No. But you really don't have anything to trade. Like, you have this Wizards pick that will be 2 second-round picks. And now the second year of the Wizards pick, I think in 2027, now you have to be looking at that pick to see if that has lost value over these last 24 hours because they just got Anthony Davis. So they're bad this year. Anthony Davis and Trae Young are not going to play, so I believe that will be a high second-round pick. So, or by luck, you get a lottery pick, which, oh my God, well, imagine that. Imagine if the New York Knicks get the Wizards lottery pick, if it falls to 9. So we'll see, right? You're already thin on assets. We shall see. Once again, man, shout out to the chat. Huck Porty is good for me to enforce some of that. Patience Stink says firing the coach fixes a lot of problems. Who are you talking about, Patience Stink? Mac Jean says, shit, bring Jose and let him punch. This Rover says Alvarado doesn't fix any of our problems. What are our problems right now? Like, are the Knicks a perfect team? No. Can they use some more length off the bench? Yes. Can they use another backup big, which is why they're interested in Misi on the Pelicans? Yes. Because, look, there's risk with Mitch and there's risk with Towns with the foul trouble, right? So you want to kind of guard against that. And Huck Porty is nice, but can you trust him? Again, I need to know the severity of the Deuce McBride injury. That tells a lot. Like that, what is the severity of that injury? What is the severity of it? Is he out for a month? Cool. I'm okay with that. Get right for the playoffs. If he's out for longer than that, I'm scared. I'm nervous. Disrover says our main problem is height, defense, and a bit of extra bench scoring. I agree. But again, I don't think the Knicks have a lot to give. I don't. I mean, I don't think the Knicks have a lot to give to get somebody. Like you're seeing what's being traded out there. You're seeing it. You're seeing what teams are obtaining. Like Anthony Davis went for, like, what did he got traded for? 2 first-round picks for Anthony Davis? Trae Young, nothing. So James Harden swap for Garland. The trade landscape is always changing. It's always shifting. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Chris says Yabu indeed was supposed to bring all that, and that's what the Knicks are missing. Yeah. Look. Let's try to get some audio from the New York Knicks. Let me turn off this. Please be patient in the Discord. I know you guys are waiting in the Discord. Yuri, I know you're waiting in the Discord. Please be patient. Mike Brown on Jalen Brunson. Let me put this bigger.
First one's mentioned, so big game by him and the rest of our group. And then last but not least, obviously Jalen, 42 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Again, that's what an MVP candidate does. And on a big stage, coming off a back-to-back, they obviously had a back-to-back too, but on a big stage, he showed why, again, he should be mentioned as one of the first guys. If anybody's talking about MVP candidate, he should be one of the first ones mentioned. So,
Mike Brown giving it up for Jalen Brunson, man. MVP candidate. He's really pushing that narrative, and he should. Right? He's back. He is back. All right, let's get to who you guys want to hear from. Big Mitch. Look at Cat and the bandage.
Karen, you saw him do that crossover to the dunk. That was nasty. That was nice.
But
Getting
down and dirty. What's it like when you see him, blood dripping off his face, taking free throws?
Man, he didn't care. You saw him do that crossover to the dunk. That was nasty. That was nice.
But what's
down
and dirty?
Boys are having fun.
That's a battle scar.
Boys are having fun.
Fighting for your life out there.
Boys are having fun. I love it, man. That's a locker room right now that's connected, ladies and gentlemen. That's a locker room that's connected, and I love it. I love every second of it.
You guys have backup starter, but obviously playing.
No, I don't like that. I don't like even saying like that. Like we a team. This is a team. This is a team of 15 guys who are willing to do whatever it takes to win the game. There's no. I don't want to say I'm the starter. He's a backup. That's not right. He could be a starter on any other team. We have a system that's been working for this winning streak, and we just trying to maximize everyone's talent.
What do you think of the?
Bro, look at that bandage. That's like the biggest beanie you've ever seen. Like that's damn.
Backup starter. Obviously.
Oh, that's Louis Vuitton, of course. That beanie's probably like $1,000. He probably got that in his ashtray. Cat. More Big Mitch.
Settling for threes over and over again. Does that feel like, I guess, a successful possession for you, even though he shoots well from three, but when he's not getting downhill or trying to get to the spots when he's just out on the perimeter, does that feel like you're doing your job?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm doing my job. I mean, overall, he's a great player. So, I mean, just do all the best I can and no more.
All Mitch cares about is rebounds, defense, and his trucks. And his beautiful daughter. He just, he doesn't get haircuts. Like he's coming in with a crazy beard into Madison Square Garden. Right? He's looking hit, but it doesn't matter. He just does his job and goes home and does a little bit of dances on TikTok. I love Mitch, man. I love it. All right, you guys want to hear from Mikel?
The call at the end of the first overtime, what do you see?
Just trying to box out. I think just leaving it up to the officials to make the call. We're just not trying to give them a rebound.
The call at the end of the first overtime, what do you see?
Just trying to box out. I think just.
Look, man, I just hope Mikel's all right. He looks sad sometimes, right? I just hope he's in a good space mentally. Looks sad. More Mitch. What's going on, Mike? Cap. What's going on?
Steal. Like, what are you looking at when he's dribbling in front of you? Where's your focus?
I just threw an arm out there, dog. I thought I was gonna get crossed up for a second. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's shifty. He's real shifty. So I'm like, but just doing the best I can.
The Jamal Murray steal. Like, what are you looking at?
I was on the Jamal Murray steal, Mitchell Robinson dominant game. Karl Anthony Towns on Jalen Brunson. Once again, these videos are from SNY, New York. These are not my videos.
Ripping off his face, makes free throws. Then he comes back, crowd starts to really get into it. He seemed to have a different energy about him after that. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he was came back with a vengeance and played great and played tough. It's exactly what we need, and he didn't let any of that get to him. He just came back and played as hard as he could and contributed and really helped.
Tremendous game from Jalen Brunson, right? He's had a lot of great ones. Tonight was up there as one of my favorite watches. Like, it was really, truly special. Almost triple-double, 40-point affair. Jay Beers, what's going on? Says, funny how the Knicks on an 8-game winning streak, and no one is talking about them now, but when were 2-9, they were all over the news. Hey, that's life, right? We talking about it. That's all that matters. In here, in this chat, A straight. Let's say it again. A straight. Mitch won Defensive Player of the Game. Yep. Defensive Player of the Game was Mitchell Robinson tonight. Yes, indeed. I don't know if they posted a picture. Did they? Not yet. Look, I'm going to here. This right here. I love seeing pictures like this. Like Mitch, Cat hugging it out. We're connected. We are connected, guys. We are doing this year. We are doing this. We're back. There it is. I don't know. Cat's looking happy, man. He got the word. He got the word that he ain't going nowhere. This is a different Cat. Look at him on the floor. You know, fingers up, toes out. He looks relieved. Cat looks relieved. Word got to Cat. Good to see Deuce McBride in this picture, too. You know, he's still with the team, right? He's not home. They're not telling him to calm down, you know, don't stress that foot, whatever, the ankle. Still with the team. It's good to see him. You know, just Josh Hart. I don't see any ankle boot on Josh Hart. Mo. Yabusele, who's been in the media like crazy. All right. Let's get to the Discord. Yuri has been waiting for an hour to talk. That is dedication from Yuri. Yuri, welcome to the Knicks Nation post-game show. What is going on?
Oh, this was a cardiac affair, man. This has to be top 10 cardiac affairs of all time. I'm sorry.
The Knicks won this game twice.
And even with Mikal having a crappy night, this was a team effort all around. Yes, team effort.
Yeah.
Mikal contributed in some way when he hit that timely three. He got the block shot. You know, unfortunate he made that stupid foul, which I didn't even think that was a foul, Ant. I didn't. It literally happened right after the clock.
I'm
This
sorry,
is when
Yuri.
FanDuel refs lost.
Tendro in the chat just said, Gersh gone, bye Sally. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
That was hilarious.
You're good. No, but even with Mikal having a crappy night, Ant, he gave you a timely three that if he doesn't hit, the Knicks probably don't win this game. Gave you a timely block, which unfortunately the ref screwed him out of because he had to call the FanDuel ref had to basically call the fact that he wasn't even boxing out. I'm like, come on, that's a normal foul in any circumstance. That's a normal call. That's a normal no call in any circumstance.
Yeah.
The hell did the ref had a Jokic?
The fact that the referee
double.
called that with what was it like?
.3?
That was a terrible. Like, you don't call that at all. Like,
If you want to call it in the playoffs, I understand. If it's playoffs, fine, I get that. I'm not gonna, harp on that.
Yeah.
If it's playoffs, every call is gonna be minimized in a late game. I get that. I understand that, right? You don't call that during the regular season. I'm sorry.
No. And look, that ref, he just wanted airtime, right? He just wanted airtime.
Dude, he had a Jokic triple-double on this parlay. I'm calling it.
Yeah, he just wanted airtime. He
wanted airtime.
I saw him too much on my screen, right? He looks like Tim Bontemps. I don't know if you know what Tim Bontemps looks like. He looks like Tim Bontemps.
Even Cat was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Moving on from the Mikal Bridges, though, I'll rant about him later. I'm happy with Jalen Brunson tonight, man, but I'm mad at Jalen Brunson. I'm like, Ant, come on. I get it. You had 40 points. I'm not going to, not going to hop on a game negative-wise, but I got to say it. If JB passes the ball to Cat.
When? When are we talking about?
When the fourth quarter was in. I don't care about the overtime call, to tell you the truth. The timeout call. I think that was perfect to not call a timeout in that time. JB has the ball in his hands. Clutch time. 10 seconds down. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, JB makes that shot.
Yeah.
Not mad about the timeout call. I think that was a good move by Mike Brown. Cat, I don't think if you watch that sequence, though, Cat was wide open in one of the corners.
Yeah.
I felt like JB should have passed the ball in that moment, especially if Cat hit timely threes, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
I brought up that shot. I brought up, look, we won, Yuri.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. He was awesome. I mean, the Knicks wouldn't even be in this. The Knicks wouldn't have won without Jalen Brunson, right? So, you want to nitpick here and there, obviously, but I pointed it out, and even in overtime where he threw Mikal Bridges a grenade in the corner, he got caught, but,
Right. But, hey, this was a team effort.
Yeah.
You got effort from Mikal Bridges at times. You got effort from Jalen Brunson, obviously. You got effort from Cat. Hell, you even got an effort from Landry Shamet and Mitch. Overall, Ant, this was a great team win. This was a chemistry-building win.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever Mikal Bridges is going through, still my boy. We need him for the playoffs. I can't ignore what he did last year.
Yeah, I can't forget that either.
So I hope whatever Mikal Bridges is going through, at the end of the day, we're all human. That's all I'm trying to say. I hope he gets it straightened out because we need him. We're definitely going to need him for Friday, Ant.
We definitely do. Friday it starts, Yuri. Appreciate the call, as always.
You win Friday, you change.
Yeah,
now you really send a message to the NBA.
Yeah, let's go. Yuri, appreciate the call.
Always.
Appreciate you. Shout out to Yuri in the chat. Yeah, look, Mikal goes to these games. I'm frustrated by that. I don't like it one bit. He needs to be more consistent, for sure. Because look, man, these games are magnified, right? You got to be more consistent. You got to. The frustrating thing is, like, he'll have a game versus, like, the Raptors, have that big third quarter, and then tonight, for majority part of this game, he'll just be like ghost offensively. So, but he did hit a big three. Knight had a nice block, so he'll have his moments again. Team sport. But we'll see how he fares in the playoffs. We already see some big moments in the playoffs, and even in the Pistons series, right? Even in the Pistons series. So, how about this move by Jalen Brunson, by the way? Like, this was, excuse me. Oh my God, Jalen Brunson. Jalen freaking Brunson, ladies and gentlemen. Happy he is a New York Knick. What did Mike Breen say? Born to play basketball. Born to play basketball. I miss Mike Breen, by the way. Where has he been? I don't think Mike Breen has called a Knick game since Dallas. I had the ESPN on. I don't think he was calling the MSG game. I think he has the other ESPN. I think he's in San Antonio. Tyler Murray, though, is great at his job. The fill-in for Mike Breen, great. And like he's really like he sounds like a polished color commentator out there. Like, he's really good. But I miss Mike Breen. Disrover says made Jamal Murray look like a 20-year-old rookie. Buzzer Beater says, who the hell are the Celtics? Hey man, they're on our ass, right? In the Eastern Conference. Bring on Detroit. Bring on Boston. El Figgy says calling out a player that's on a struggle bus is not hating. Oh, yeah. Little conversation happening in the chat. So here the Knicks schedule. Look, it gets tough. You got the Pistons, the Celtics, Indiana should be a win. At Philly. How about that Jared McCain trade? And I have a theory that they traded Jared McCain to obtain a first-round pick and 2 second-round picks, because I think they want to try to gear up and get Giannis in the summer, the Philadelphia 76ers. I do. If he's not traded in 24 hours. Which I don't know yet, because I have been on live. I've been on live with you guys, so I don't know what trade has gone down yet. Oh, here it is. We got some news. Tenjo says Tyler Murray sounds like a caricature of a sports nut. Yeah. We got some news, ladies and gentlemen. I should have a breaking news sound. Ian Begley says, with the trade deadline roughly 16 hours away, Pelicans' Jose Alvarado remains a trade target for the Knicks. Yves Missi, another player they have had interest in, has drawn strong interest from the Pacers and other teams. It may require significant draft capital to get New Orleans to move Missi. So, if the Pelicans want significant draft capital for Missi, GG's. I don't think the New York Knicks are going to give them that. I do think Alvarado is obtainable. It depends what the New York Knicks want to give up. It depends how many seconds do they want to give up. Right? How many seconds do the New York Knicks want to give up? Do you give them 3? No. Do you give up that Washington second? KP to the Warriors. Oh, Mitch got the end of the game. Porzingis for Kuminga. What? No, you guys are lying. Wait. Oh. Shout out to the chat. Wow. The Warriors are trading Kuminga and Buddy Hield to Atlanta for Porzingis.
Bruh.
First of all, on Wednesday, February 4th, 11:42 p.m., this trade makes no sense for the Golden State Warriors. None. I like Kuminga. I like Hield. Porzingis is sort of bad now. But, there's a big but. Giannis plays really well with stretch fives. That's the big but. Did they make this trade thinking that they have a chance for Giannis? I don't know. We'll see. I don't like this trade, though. So that's, we saw the Ian Begley stuff. The New York Knicks are still in on Jose Alvarado. This was the Mitchell Robinson defensive possession. Jeez, look at that. Woo! You are going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Guys, for a big man of Mitch's size to do this, look at him. Moving his feet, poking the ball away. And I love the clap right there. Look at the clap. Poking the ball, look at the clap. Watch the clap. Boom. You see the clap? I love that stuff. Let's go. Biggest win for the Knicks. What's going on? Atlanta got a good little squad now. Yeah, they do. Yeah, good little squad. Good little squad for the Hawks. Once again, you guys are awesome. The Knicks, I don't think they don't do anything tomorrow. I think they do some stuff, but we shall see. But you're starting to see some movement here, right? You got a lot of movement here from teams. Of course, you have the Begley news, and it seems like Alvarado is a piece. So if Alvarado, Jalen Brunson registers his 9th game as a Knick, recording 40-plus points, 5 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds, surpassing Richie Guerin for the most in franchise history. Got to repost that. If you guys aren't following me at Knicks Nation, please do so on X, at Knicks Nation. Simple. Message me. I'll get to your messages. I'll follow you guys back. Like, honestly, I'll follow you guys back. Like, I follow a lot of Knicks fans. At Knicks Nation on Instagram as well. But Alvarado, that is telling me that maybe they want to bolster up the backcourt. Right? They want to get another guy in there that they think they can trust. Like, I don't know if they think they can trust Kolek, even though he has played well lately. But I just think Alvarado, I understand why some fans, don't get it. But I like his edge. I like he's from the area. He's from Queens, right? He's from the area. Right? Grand Theft Alvarado is what they call him. In the Garden, Grand Theft Alvarado with those steals. He plays good defense. He's pesky. He's a pain in the ass. Right? He's a pain in the ass. And I think it wouldn't hurt acquiring that. It wouldn't hurt. Again, what's the deal with Deuce? Yeah, Old Man Knicks fan says, getting Alvarado tells me they think Deuce may be compromised for the season. Yes. What's the deal with Deuce? Alvarado I like, and I don't think it's going to cost a lot to get him. And Misi has also been rumored, but I don't know if the Knicks are willing to give up the draft capital to get him. So we'll see. Trading deadline. Again, I will be live tomorrow. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell and pop in. It's looking like 12 p.m. I'll be live up until the trading deadline. So I'm going to be excited. Obviously, it's a trading deadline, right? And we'll see. But I think the core is staying the same. I think the Knicks core is staying the same. The starters. I don't think Deuce is going anywhere, but we'll see. Mitch is definitely not going anywhere. But I think everyone else is I don't think they're trading Diwara. I wouldn't trade him at all. But I think anyone else is up for the taking. And you're sitting there like, okay, but who's anyone else? Right? Like, no one is untouchable for the right price. But the core 7, right? Mitch, Deuce, off the bench, Shamet, right? 8. I should say, I don't know if I put Shamet in the core, but he's not going anywhere. Everyone else is tradable, right? Kolek. I like Kolek. I do. But if the Knicks think that Alvarado is an upgrade over Kolek, which I don't necessarily agree with because Kolek is starting to form chemistry here with especially Cat. I don't know. I think Kolek could be dealt. I think maybe Hukporti could be dealt. And we'll see. And obviously Yabusele and Daddy. But we'll see. Mac Jean, come on now. That's not official. Alvarado about to get chopped cheese every morning. Wayne says Alvarado fits the mold. He does. He fits the mold. He's New York. Right? Shamet fits the mold. Hart, like Alvarado, I think will fit right in. And I think they see that. And I think they know that they need an edge. They see Cleveland bolstering their team. Right? Whether you like Cleveland's moves or not. But now they have Schroeder, right? Schroeder, pain in the ass. Pretty good player. Harden, Keon Ellis. Defense, man. You can never have enough defense. And if you lose Deuce for a significant amount of time, like your defense off the bench is just Shamet. And in terms of like bigger guards and wings, Shamet. I mean, Kolek, he can hold his own, but he's not really. He'll be hunted. Clarkson, there's a reason why he got taken out of rotation. It's because of his defense. I don't know why I'm looking at Cleveland's roster right now and why do I have him on the screen. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. 8 straight, and I find it interesting that Ian Begley tweeted that 54 minutes ago. That's telling me he's getting the inclination that okay, Alvarado is the hot name. Big body mother Brunson. This tweet says, this team's going to be so tired on Friday, Detroit might beat us by 40. Nah, come on now. We got this. I'm trying to update to see if any trades. No trades. Shout out to the chat. 49 likes. 49 likes in the building. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Thanks for the support. As always, you guys are absolutely incredible. Again, thanks to the members. really do some, behind the scenes stuff, going through stats and stuff. That is for the members. Appreciate you guys in the chat as well. El Figgy says we don't pay that much for Deuce. He's on a team-friendly contract. Yeah, I mean, let's whip up the old trade machine, right? Giannis #1. It's funny how on Fanspo, it's a trade machine site that I love going to. Look who's #1 and #2. They know that if there's everyone knows that if Giannis is getting traded, his brother is coming with him. All right, Pelicans. Let's go. It's an easy trade, man. The thing about Alvarado is that I think he also has control for another year. So, look, easy trade to make. You can do a Gershon for him with a bunch of picks, right? And I believe that will work. But what is a bunch of picks, is you're asking, right? You don't want to get too crazy here, right? Do you give up that Washington pick? Is that pick, I don't know, because that pick is essentially a first-round pick. I mean, that gets it done, and it saves you some money to get under the threshold to sign buyout guys. Right? If you trade a Gershon and the Washington pick for Alvarado, look, man, you're trying to win. We are trying to win an NBA championship, right? We still own a first-round pick next year, our own, that will be in the 20s. If they think the Deuce McBride injury is significant, you kind of have to do this. If the severity of the Deuce injury is something that they don't feel comfortable with, I think you kind of have to do this. Alvarado, again, isn't a perfect player, but maybe they're scouting the market again. So, I mean, Gershon and the Washington pick. It'll hurt to lose that Washington pick. Mac Jean says Jose not worth for first-round pick. This Washington pick is more likely going to be 2 second-round picks. That would be some shit if we trade this and Washington starts winning. That's the risk, right? And it becomes a lottery pick, so that's why I kind of don't want to give up on that pick. But yeah, man, Chicago is another team, right? Chicago has a bunch of guards now. Like, let's go to Chicago and the Knicks. Chicago got Simons, Sexton, Okoro, Ivy, Trey Jones, Dusumu. If the Knicks can get their hands on this man, that is an A+. But again, I don't think they're asking for, I think they want a first-round pick for Ayo Dusumu. He would be a perfect piece off the bench. But again, I think it's going to be too much. Right? He makes 6.5. He makes 6.5. Yabu makes 5.5. You trade him. Yabu. Pacome. I don't think this is going to be enough. The Washington pick. And another second-round pick. It's a success, but I don't know if Chicago takes this, right? This Washington pick and the second-round pick. I don't know if they do that. Dusuma's good. High motor player. Defense, can shoot. I like him. Is he on an expiring deal? Because that changes a lot. If he is an expiring contract, yeah, he is. I don't think you would have to give up that much to get him then. He's an expiring deal. So the Bulls are going to lose him. I don't think you got to give up that much. But we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just, spitballing ideas here. Let me know if you guys like that when I'm just going through the trade machine and stuff. I normally do stuff like that on the members, for the members stuff. But Mac Jean, yeah, Dusumu's good. Chris Gotti says, even if AD suits up, he'll most likely get injured again. Somebody posted something on X saying Anthony Davis in his new Wizards uniform, and it was him in street clothes on the bench. NBA Twitter, man. NBA Twitter. All right, guys. 11:57. I will be back tomorrow, live streaming. We shall see if the Knicks make a move. Catch me here on the Knicks Nation channel. Make sure you guys subscribe, like all the good stuff. Knicks 8 straight wins. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Be on the lookout. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me on the socials. Knicks Nation on X, Knicks Nation on Instagram, and hopefully the New York Knicks. I shouldn't say hopefully, but maybe the New York Knicks would make a trade tomorrow. And if they do, strap in. I will be reacting to everything. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great night. Peace.
Brunson a 3. Bang! Jalen Brunson does it again!